Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Tuesday morning, September 27th. Lee Roggenberg, your host, Florida Lacrosse News. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Before we do anything, let's first of all give best wishes to our fellow Floridians and other states as they face Hurricane Ian. This looks like it's going to be potentially a very disastrous storm. And although we in Florida are certainly used to a number of them, Category 4, if it hits that, is certainly Category 4 in the way that the storm surge looks like it could be coming. We're going to have some issues that we haven't faced in quite a while. So good luck to everyone. Stay safe and best wishes. Okay, also, since I won't be with you tomorrow, my mother, who passed away some years ago, would have been celebrating her 87th birthday tomorrow. So I just wanted to mention that. And morning coffee will be on Friday morning instead of Thursday morning this week. I have a business breakfast to attend to. So we'll just push it until Friday. Give me an extra day, hopefully, for the commits to come in. So, just remember Friday morning, 8:30 for the second broadcast this week. Commitments continue to come in, including the biggest one in the state so far. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say so far because Kaden is the highest ranked player in the state on the boys' side. Kaden Harshbarger, Lake Mary 2024. Inside lacrosse, number 9 in the country, has committed to Tar Heel Blue. Will be in Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina. Congratulations to you, Kaden. Looking forward to seeing your commitment article. And good luck. We have a couple of reports in. Tampa Lax report. Newsom boys, Braden Ames has committed to Florida Tech. And Bartow 2023 boys, Braden Glogauer has committed to Florida Tech also. So 2 Bradens to Florida Tech, both reported by Tampa Lax report. Maybe there's some sort of superstitious thing there. Okay, O'Call 2023 on the boys' side, Ben Ellis is committed to Hampton, Sydney. Tampa Lax report also reported that Sun Lake 2023, Keith Norton has committed to St. Andrews University. On the, Ponte Vedra boys 2023, Matt Gray has committed to Dickinson, always a strong Division III program. And on the girls' side, Vieira girls 2024, Avery Foster commits to Duquesne. Out of Door Academy girls 2024, Aubrey Robbins has committed to Florida. Congrats to all of you. Certainly looking forward to as many submissions as possible. These are getting read. Believe me, they're getting read a lot. This is a great chance for you to kind of let people know what you're like, how you got to where you got to. And believe me, we all look forward to hearing from all of you. So please go to that homepage, click on Submit a Commitment, fill out the questionnaire, upload a couple of pictures. No club pictures, high school pictures, plain clothes, family around the table. That's fine. But please, no club uniform pictures. You could use the commitment picture from the college if you want to. That's actually, most of the colleges do a really good job of that. Okay. Liam Byrnes, former launch star, was elected to the Marquette Hall of Fame. Congrats, Liam. Big news out of Jupiter on the boys' side. Matt Sofarelli is taking over for Coach St. Clair, Jupiter High School boys program. Matt has been assistant the last couple of years on the staff. Ryan had took a position that required a lot of travel and decided it wasn't tenable for him. But I know Matt very well, and he's going to do a fine job. And he had done really nice job with Jensen Beach, then went over to the Pine School and was in the middle of building that program too. So, I don't think Jupiter takes a step back at all. Okay. MCLA, just a brief note, the SCLC held their conference in Jacksonville. Again, if you are a player who maybe doesn't want quite the high-end commitment that the teams in NCAA take, MCLA might very well be an excellent option for you. So don't forget to look into that when you're thinking about where you want to attend and play college. USA Lacrosse, National Federation of High Schools, announced rules changes for the 23 boys high school season. I'll put a link up to the article on the NFHS website. Usually what will happen is before the season, they'll come out with a YouTube video, and I'll try to remember to post that when it comes out too. Basically, the rules, first one, there'll be a penalty if there's a failure to have a clearly marked center line that runs the entire width of the field. There would be an illegal procedure assessed against the home team. Where physically possible, the scorer's table should be placed at least 6 yards from the sideline at the center line. 2 lines shall be drawn on either side of the center line, 5 yards from the center line and extending past the scorer's table. Third one, the cross shall be made of ... The pocket shall be completely attached to the head and the side walls, having no holes or gaps larger than 1.68 inches in diameter. Something for you to check on. They're worried about the stringing technique, which allows for trapping the ball in such a manner where the stick will pass a stick check, but when force is applied, stretches the mesh net to entrap the ball. Okay, next rule, no player shall use a cross that does not meet the specifications of sections 6 and 7. The cross should not have protrusions or sharp angles. To be honest, I didn't know that was an issue, but who knows? Okay. See, one of the things you'll find when you go to the website is that there are other proposals that are crossed out and they haven't updated yet. Shoes shall be worn which are designed for the sport of lacrosse. Metal spikes are not permitted. Play shall be started at the beginning of each period and after each game by facing the ball at the center. I suspect that that might come about because of how the area around the center spot gets kind of worn down over the season or maybe during a game, rain or whatever. An official may suspend play at their discretion. If a player loses any of their mandatory personal equipment in a scrimmage area or a player is apparently injured, play shall immediately suspend. Okay, that might take away a little bit of the judgment of play on. Restarting the game has been unclear due to the way okay, that's a rationale. Play shall be started. Okay, that's just a repeat. All right, I'll just let you read, the rest of it. It's obviously a little bit confusing, but it might not be the end of the rules. Sometimes USA Lacrosse and NFHS agree on something later in the process too. If you go to the USA Lacrosse website on the national team side, over the weekend, they brought 52 or 53 players in basically for an extended practice and scrimmage. And even though they didn't necessarily call it a tryout, I think you could kind of say it's sort of phase one of that process. World Championships next year, San Diego, I believe. And you have to get down to a 23-man roster. If you go to USA Lacrosse, you'll see the 52 players that they have on their wish list, which I believe are players that have played in the past. And then LaxPlayground, a friend of the site, came out with their 23-person roster wish list, at least their first pass at it. I believe I retweeted it. Maybe we'll put a link directly to this for you to make it easy to find. It's certainly an interesting list. It's obviously their opinion, but it's certainly worth taking a look at. Okay, let's see what else we got. Excuse me. FHSAA advisory panel openings. We had a very nice 2-year period with the lacrosse panels being in place. Unfortunately, it looks like a number of the big names either finished their term or have dropped off the list. It's at the FHSAA website, but I'll just briefly run it down for you. On the boys' side, we have in Section 1, Joey Mandis, Santa Fe High, and a vacant slot. In Section 2, we have Mark Ayad, and we have a vacant slot. Section 3, we have Charlie Cummins, Jesuit, by the way, Mark's Lake Hal, and what looks like a vacant slot. And in Section 4, we have Calder Alfano, formerly of Boca High, is listed, and a vacant slot. On the girls' side, Section 1, we have Krista Grabber, the Episcopal School coach, and a vacant slot. Section 2 has 2 vacant slots. We have Ted Cronell of St. Stephen's in Section 3 and a vacant slot. And in Section 4, we have Jose Herrera of Palmer Trinity and a vacant slot. I don't know if it's a volunteer type situation where you can put your name in for consideration or not. Certainly, we need representation with the FHSAA, and this is easily the best way to do it. The FSLCA obviously does represent also going into and hoping, but when you're on the advisory panel, you can it's a little bit easier to get the ear of the powers that be in Gainesville. I think one of the issues in particular that we need to sort of talk about is the hopeful takeover of the Final Four broadcast by Varsity Sports Network over the NFHS. And I certainly think that if the advisory panels and the FSLCA certainly get behind that push, that would do wonders for our Final Four weekend, which those of you who've watched the last couple of years know have been kind of awful, to be honest, for state championships. So let's if you have the ability, please volunteer. Please do so and volunteer. I'll actually I don't know if Gainesville would have any interest in me being a participant in that. I would certainly be willing to do so based on what I've seen of the requirements. I think that someone maybe my perspective who doesn't not necessarily a player or a coach or a referee, someone a little bit maybe on the strategic side of it might be good. And we'll see if they'd be willing to accept me on that. Okay, looks like we've pretty much covered everything. Oh, well, I'll get to college TV deals on Friday. We've touched on it a little bit in the past, and there seems to be more discussion on the FanLax reader forum about the issue. I'll bring you a little bit of a summary about what's going on with that discussion, what the facts look to be, and hopefully what will be a benefit to the lacrosse community. You know what? I didn't sip my coffee. Okay. Let's remember, please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Please also contact us for marketing and advertising opportunities. Follow us on Twitter at FloridaLX. Facebook at FLA, LAX, NEWS. The website, FloridaLacrosseNews.com. Like the video if you did so. And always remember, grow the game, respect the game, honor the game. Again, good luck to our fellow Floridians and other states in the path of the hurricane. We wish you come through as well as you can. We'll see you Friday morning at 8:30. And so long from the Sunshine State.